Hey loves, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Benari Bello and this is the Story Podcast. Here we read out stories of people that want our opinion, that wants us to judge a matter or two. So everybody giving advice on this channel are basically judges and my co-advisors because that's what we do here. So get ready, put on your judge hat, open your ears to listen so you can give your advice and your thoughts. Please, giving your advice and your thoughts is very important. If you want to write to us, maybe you want to tell your stories, you need an opinion, or you want us to judge a matter for you, you can just send it to the email on the screen and then we'll read out your story. Thank you so much for watching in advance. Let's get right into today's story. Do you think my auntie is a witch? Could she be the cause of all my misfortune? I'm reaching out because I am in a really confusing and scary situation and I need some advice. Let me start with some backstory. My mom has a strange relationship with her sister, my aunt, because she genuinely believes that my aunt is a witch. Yes, you read that right, a witch. My mom thinks that my auntie almost killed her and that she's the reason behind many of her struggles and misfortune. This isn't just a casual family issue. My mom feels really strongly about this. She 100% believes that my auntie is a witch. A few years ago, my mom went through a really rough patch. She lost her job unexpectedly, which sent our family into financial chaos. Things really became bad. My dad is deceased and she's a single mother. Bills started piling up and we had to cut back on so many things. It felt like everything was falling apart. She faced serious health issues too, including a prolonged illness that no doctor could seem to explain. It was a rough time for all of us, and my mom felt powerless and desperate. It was really, really bad. In search for answers, she turned to various spiritual advices, but nothing seemed to help. It wasn't until a friend suggested visiting a pastor who specialized in delivering people from spiritual troubles that she finally found a sense of hope. When she met with the pastor, she opened up about her life, her struggles, and her strong belief about my auntie. The pastor listened patiently and told her that cutting ties with auntie would free her from any negative energy or causes that might be affecting her life. My mom took this advice to heart and distanced herself from my auntie. Things began to change slowly but surely. First, she found a new job that paid even better than the last one. Then her health improved and she felt lighter and more energetic. It was like a heavy weight had been lifted off her shoulders. After this, my mom became very sure that her belief in Auntie's witchcraft was justified. She warned me repeatedly to stay away from my auntie and her family, insisting that they were a source of evil and misfortune. My auntie had tried several times to get in touch with my mom, but to no avail. But here is where my dilemma starts. Despite my mom's warning, I've always felt a bond with my cousin. We grew up together and I couldn't just cut her off my life. After all, we're all family and I couldn't ignore that connection. I also thought my mom was just overreacting about the witch issue. The worst part is, recently my cousin and I have grown a lot closer and we've been talking on the phone. I kept our closeness and friendship a secret from my mom. After talking for months, we both decided that she should come to visit me at my place. She lives in another state. When my cousin came to visit, we had a great time reconnecting, sharing laughs and reminiscing about old memories. But when she was about to leave, I felt compelled to give her some money to help her out. I knew she was struggling financially and I just wanted to help. It was just a small gesture, but it felt meaningful. However, I believe that was one of the worst decisions of my life. And what happened next shocked me to my core. Almost immediately after that visit, I started facing a strange series of events. I began having vivid nightmares that left me feeling drained and anxious each morning. They came back to back. Then I lost my job without warning. This was a job I had been doing. I've been working there for 4 years now. My boss called me in and told me the company was downsizing and I was one of the people they needed to let go. Just like that, out of nowhere. This left me confused, panicked, and feeling completely lost. Then my loving boyfriend suddenly changed towards me, and we kept arguing, something we hadn't done before. He broke up with me a few weeks ago. This is someone we had been together for 3 years now, and we were perfect. We were a perfect couple. I started believing my mom when my apartment almost burned down a few days ago. I couldn't understand why this was happening to me, especially after I had just invited my cousin into my life. Now everything has turned upside down for me. I never thought this could happen to me, but here am I facing financial insecurities and uncertainty about my future. On top of that, I've experienced some strange coincidence and bad luck that make me wonder if there's something more to this. I can't help but think it's because I went against my mom's warning. Are my cousin and her mom truly witches? Or this is just a series of unfortunate events? I've never believed in witchcraft, but I'm starting to feel paranoid. What if I've opened the door to bad luck by getting closer to her? I'm feeling scared and confused, and I don't know what to do. Are witches real? I'm also considering telling my mom everything, but I know she's going to make a big deal out of this. If these problems are not caused by my cousin, I don't want to put her in an uncomfortable situation to strain the relationship between me, my cousin, and her mother and my mother. What should I do moving forward? Should I come clean to my mom, or will that make things worse? Could my cousin be causing all of this? I'm looking for any advice or thoughts you might have. Hmm, this is scary. You guys, please drop your thoughts in the comment section as I also say my own opinion, okay? You guys are also part of the judges and we really need your advice here. Personally, I believe in witchcraft. I believe in coincidences as well. And I also believe that, especially in Africa, a lot of times we attribute so many bad lucks to witchcraft and all that when it's not witchcraft. But I'm also of the very strong opinion that whenever things are going wrong in your life, look both ways. Look at yourself, what you might have been doing wrong. Maybe it is you that did something wrong and it's not, maybe it's just a series of coincidence, right? You should look into that, but don't ever not look into the spiritual aspect as well. Don't ever ignore the spiritual aspect as well, okay? When you're looking at the normal coincidence and the normal life, whatever, anything can happen. Also, don't forget to look into it spiritually. And I think you should tell your mother, this is your life and your future we're talking about. You need to tell your mother. I understand when it comes to friendship and relationship with your cousin or friends, it is deep and you don't want anything to strain it. But this is your life we're talking about here. Look into every aspect. If you don't want to tell your mom because it will cause family drama, I understand. Then maybe you go and seek advice from a spiritual leader, a pastor, or I don't know if you're a Christian or whatever religion you practice. Go and seek spiritual help. Pray, fast. Because that nightmare part is even the part that's more scary and more concerning for me because nightmares usually don't just come like that. You need to seek both spiritual and every help, okay? You need to look at both ways. That's just my humble opinion. What do you guys think? Do you think it's just a series of coincidence and all that? You guys, judges and co-advisors, please leave your comment in the comment section. This person would like to see your comments, and also any other person could be going through something similar. So just leave your comments so people can learn and get your advice. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any story you want to tell, please send it to the email on the screen so we can read out your story, give you the advice you need, or just read your story if you just want to just say something and just tell us something going on in your life. Okay, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Oh, don't forget, you can just scroll through the playlist and watch every other story time and leave your thoughts. Leaving your thoughts are very important. It also encourages me to keep putting out videos. It also encourages people to keep telling their story as well. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.